What's up, Taste Buds? Welcome back to another episode of the podcast. I'm your host, Evan.
And I'm your host, Gabe.
This is a podcast where we acquire and review the latest and greatest snacks,
So that you know what to try and what not to buy.
The name of this podcast is The Super Tasters Podcast. Canada episode part whatever. This is another one. We're doing 3 in total. If you're watching this, you are either watching this early on Patreon or you are seeing this because we are on vacation in a foreign land known as Japan, where a magical place where the prices are all cut in half. The
food's good.
They say itadakimasu and gunpai, and there's no homeless people to be found. For good reasons. They're all definitely housed. They didn't just throw them all in a massive pit and set them all on fire.
Yeah, I was going to say.
If you are watching this on Patreon, thank you to our patrons on patreon.com/supertasterspodcast. It's $5 a month. It's the only tier if you want to support us, get access to behind these stuff and early episodes like this episode right now. Thank you so much to our patrons. Clearly Awesome, KGMA. Thank you to the Pickler, Yarbs, Unicycler, Lesprit, Tape Master. Thank you to Lisa. Thank you to Rose. Thank you very much, you guys. And where do we want to start, Gabe? We've got a lot of Old Dutch. It's the Old Dutch-isode.
It is, yeah. We did get a lot of Old Dutch because we were kind of just grabbing what we saw that we know we haven't tried. I say we try with
maybe some of the stuff that's not Old Dutch first. Do we have anything? No, that's all sweet stuff.
All
right?
the chips are Old Dutch.
Okay, so we've got.
I was going to say ketchup.
Ketchup. I kind of want to save ketchup because I'm most excited. We have 4 different flavors of all dressed.
We have 2. We have. Is it 4?
No, it might.
I was going to say 3 all dressed. Three different varieties.
I was distracted by the nacho cheese bag.
Oh, let's do one of these guys then.
Yeah. Let's do the
nacho cheese or the taco.
Nacho cheese.
So this is also Old Dutch, but it's their Arriba. So it's like Doritos.
What should we name our Mexican chip flavor? How about Arriba? Could we name it like Chippy Gonzalez?
Yeah, they settled on Arriba, yeah, because they wanted one of the guys wanted Chippy Gonzalez.
Arriba is crazy, dude. Okay, so they smell like Doritos. They look like Doritos. This is a corn tortilla chip. This is nacho cheese flavor.
Wow, it does smell. You can have that flavor blasted one if you want.
This is the Canada response to Doritos. And like Gabe said, these are flavor blasted. I mean, let the trade war begin. Am I right, folks? Whose side are you on? As you can see, I'm a native Canadian. I'm so proud to be from Canada, born and raised. Anything good that happens from Canada, I will support that. Anything bad that happens, I'm also half American. Half Canadian, half American. Only recently converted, though.
Only the good halves.
I'm recently converted, too.
Post which side of the trade war you're on in the comments.
Yeah.
They are
wow.
strikingly similar.
Yeah. There's almost like a really little tiny sweetness at first. Maybe tomato.
These are definitely cheesier.
Those are quite good, actually. Like you said, they took a lot of inspiration.
That's interesting because we don't really have a lot of Doritos competition. You know, like at least in terms of like them trying to copy the.
You mean
Doritos
in the U.S.
style. In the U.S.
I was confused because you said we.
Yeah. Yes.
And I'm not from wherever that is that you're from. I'm from the Great White North.
We. Which means yes.
I forgot we speak French in Canada. We. Yeah, you're right. Well, for good reason, maybe. They know that they can't compete.
It's definitely a lot more like dusted than in the average Dorito, though.
I would say this is clearly derivative. That being said, it's a little bit different. Hold on, chip crumb on the microphone. Take over.
Hell yeah. It is a little bit different.
And
it's cheesier. Yep, go ahead.
Got it off. And they're giving Doritos a run for their money. They did a good job. I don't know how they got Plankton into the Doritos factory and they got the Doritos secret formula, but they know the sauce. They've got the sauce. And
it's a good Doritos what's the word I'm looking for? Not substitute, but
I mean, if you showed this to somebody, especially if it wasn't one of the hyper dusted sides, they would say this is a Dorito.
yeah.
And then if you let them eat it, they would say this is a Dorito.
Yeah, it's
This
really
is a Dorito.
close.
It's very, very similar in not just texture and appearance, but in flavor.
Yeah, I feel like it's just...
I like that zing. There's a zing in there.
I was going to say, there is kind of like a tanginess that...
I think it's supposed to be like tomatoes, maybe. I'll tell you this.
Tell me.
They're not worse.
No.
And this Doritos baseline is in the upper echelon of chips. So, by association, like I said, they got the flavor, they got the sauce. These might be a 5. I cannot think of any flaws that this has.
I was going to say a 4. So,
Do you think that the regular Doritos nacho cheese are a 4?
yeah.
No, surely not. They're too classic.
When's the last time you bought it over other flavors?
I don't buy it over other flavors, but when it's available to me, if it's in like a variety pack, I'm reminded at how much I appreciate it. Yeah, the other flavors are better, but they're just a perfect chip, especially the spicy nacho cheese.
4 is a good score.
Yeah, it is, but perfection is perfection, you know? Okay, I mean, I'm fine with putting them in a 4, but it's just kind of an insult to my people.
We
The
are putting it in 4.
the Maplonians. What is a fun? Because we have Washingtonians. They have Canadians, but are there any like fun ways to say that?
Canadians?
Yeah,
Like a fun way to say Canadian?
yeah, like Hockeyodians.
Yeah. Hockeyodians.
Hockeyodians. This actually pissed me off. Did you know that obviously Washington State, Washingtonians, right?
Yeah.
We call ourselves Washingtonians. Some
It is
people
what
call
it
us
is.
Washingtonians. It's a little bit cringe maybe, but sometimes it's funny. But did you know that people from Washington, D.C. call themselves Washingtonians?
That doesn't make any sense.
It's ridiculous.
They're
What
District of Columbians.
yeah, just Colombians for sure too. Okay, let's put these in a 4. I am very, very, very. I mean, I almost feel like it should be a 5 just with their ability to recreate without getting sued. Maybe Old Dutch is like a subsidiary of like the Doritos brand or something. And this is just like I mean, they have Doritos over there, obviously, but maybe they're under the same umbrella. Because I can't imagine how they got away with.
I mean,
Old Dutch
foods.
Calgary. So, all right,
don't know how they do
we'll
it.
put those in a 4, but I need a little bit more. I need one last little taste.
It might
All right.
adjust as well because we do have a couple of other in the Ariba line.
I'll let you pick the next one too.
Well, me personally, are you wanting to do all of the all dressed compared against each other?
Not
Or do you want to kind of
necessarily.
break it up? So then maybe
I mean, they'll be in close enough succession. They don't have to be back to back.
So why don't we just do like
an
a
all dressed?
regular all dressed?
Okay.
So we have an Old Dutch all dressed, we have the Old Dutch Ridgies all dressed, and then we have the Old
Ridgies.
Dutch kettle cooked all dressed. This is the regular all dressed.
Which we've never had before. Last time we got snacks from Canada, we brought home some Old Dress that we really, or some Old Dutch, that we really enjoyed. So we wanted to try more from them.
Yeah. I feel like we got a pretty good representation. I mean,
Smells very vinegary.
obviously there's probably a lot that we missed because we were hitting up a lot of like the dollar store, gas stations. I think we only went into like one department store.
There is a lot that we mitched also.
Yeah, I know.
Mitch McConnell. We were looking at the availability of the products and
Then I stroked out. Yeah, I just fell over.
the Pope before him, huh? Okay, so let's do. These are Old Dutch, all dressed. These are just normal potato chips.
Am I crazy or does it taste like peanuts? Maybe like a little peanut oil.
It's a little peanutty.
Potato, vegetable oil. I am crazy. Then maybe I'm just getting acclimated.
Not crazy, or does it smell like burning toast? These are good. The oil and the potato flavor comes through a little bit stronger than it does with the upper, like the highest tier of Old Dress chips, which of course is the Ruffles.
I think you're right. This is a more potato forward. It tastes like a potato chip with all dressed aftertaste.
The seasoning that is there is good and familiar.
It is good. It's sweet. It's smoky. It's a little tangy. Just needs more.
It either needs more or it needs less oil or less potato, I suppose. Little fingernail-sized potato chips.
Yeah.
I'm feeling maybe a 3 on those.
I feel like a 3 as well.
I'm a little bit more hopeful that the ridges will capture more of the flavor. Why don't we go back to another Arriba?
Yeah. You want to do Zesty
No,
Taco
I
or Blazing
wasn't.
Buffalo?
I wasn't saying that with an accent. I was saying that with an emphasis. Arriba! With excitement. I wasn't going like, Arriba! You know? Gabe,
Your ability...
Gabe loves my George Lopez impression.
I was going to say, your ability to somehow find a way of going with the problematic joke without it making it look like you're... Like, this is what I was not doing.
He can't keep getting away with it. All right, yeah, let's go. What flavor is this you said?
This one is Zesty Taco. Taco Piquant.
Taco Piquant.
Saveur de Taco Piquant.
That's the French, right?
Yeah, that's why I also like purposely butchered it, because I will not even...
Piquant.
Piquant. I do not know how to do a French accent.
Yeah,
that's why I plug my nose when I do it.
Monty Python doing French.
They look good.
They
And also
smell great. And look at this.
Is it one of the original?
Ooh.
Wow.
One of the original?
Is it one of the original Doritos flavors taco?
Why are you talking into my mic and not your mic?
I was talking to
You're like speaking your waveforms.
That's fair.
You're
that's fair.
shooting your audio into my cone. What was your question again?
Is it one of the original Doritos flavors?
Yeah.
Taco.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
I got
these
a
smell-
puffy one.
These smell really
Yeah,
good.
they smell incredible. Ooh. Wow. That smells like taco seasoning and like seasoned taco meat.
Now see,
It's like a fancier chili cheese Frito.
this just makes me glad for my argument for the previous ones being a 4, because now these are starting to go, for me personally, closer to 5 territory, because
You're out of your gourd if you think these are not a 5 and these are a 5.
they just have more going
If
on.
these are a 5, they're both a 5.
I just really like the.
Me too.
And it's definitely like it's like white people taco night flavor.
Dude, what a great name for a chip that would be. You're right, though. You're right. Which, by the way, if the white people know what they're doing, they're seasoning the ground beef, which a lot of people don't.
Which is crazy.
Or just salt and pepper.
Have you seen the video? Did I send you that video of the family that like rinsed it? They cooked the ground beef and then they rinsed it.
Oh, dude. Oh, no. No, dude. I understand the stereotype, but if you're doing it right, the way I like to do it, ground beef. Again, it's white people taco night still, but you do the ground beef, you season it with taco seasoning. I'll usually, if you're feeling lazy, you just buy your own stuff from the store, or you can, you can free ball it. You can do the cumin, the little chili pea, salt, pepper, garlic, whatever. But you season the taco meat. You have fresh veg, maybe a little bit of lettuce, some tomatoes, maybe a little bell pepper. You know what I like to add to the meat as well? A jar of salsa. Mix it in.
That's a good
Gives
move.
it a lot of flavor, some spice. Obviously, there's vegetables in there. And then I like to do a little bit of guac. A little bit of guacamole.
I feel it.
Some
Also,
fresh avocados.
I feel like we never did hard shells. Right?
What?
Like we never did hard shells.
Yeah, hard shells are whack.
There's a lot of people that are doing hard shells.
They're a waste of time.
And that's crazy.
Well, like you said, you've always said this, but the best version is you get those tortillas that you have to heat up yourselves.
Yeah, the you buy them refrigerated and
Those
they're
are
like
so good.
quote unquote raw, and then you heat it up at home.
And corn tortillas, not flour, guys. So let's just say white people tacos at my house. Who's coming?
Who wants to come to the cookout?
I was thinking about coming to his white people taco night, but he just kept saying Ariba in a cartoonishly offensive accent. And then he said it was a George Lopez.
And then he said, no, you don't get it. It's George Lopez. And I'm talking about Canadian chips.
And not only did he say it was George Lopez, but it doesn't sound anything like George Lopez, which made it more heinously offensive. Yeah, these are really good. And they belong right where I put all my favorite really good chips in 4. The taco seasoning
I can meet you halfway and put these both in 5 if you want.
The taco seasoning is so good. It's very savory.
It's cheesy as well.
It is cheesy. It's not spicy, which some people might appreciate that.
I don't. But you're right. It has more of a wide appeal, I would say.
Imagine making... You said it has a white appeal?
Yeah.
Imagine making a taco bag out of this, though, where you fill this up with taco meat and veg and sour cream. And
do you think that'd be too much? Like you're double dipping?
You can never. No. It's very difficult to over season taco meat.
Fair enough.
Unless you're serving someone that historically under seasons or doesn't season their taco meat.
And if you put too much on, you just rinse it off.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna mute my mic and roll up the chips while Evan is crunching. I almost made a
faux pas.
A faux pas, yeah, an
Which is
on-air sin.
That's what we say in Canada. So, faux pas, it's like a phrase that we learned in school. It's like, how do I explain it? How do I put this into terms that dumb Americans don't understand? It's like when you're shooting the puck and you miss the goal. Or when you're tapping the tree and the syrup squirts out before you can get the spout in place. So where are you putting these? You just put these over here. Are you putting those? This is 4. This is 4 territory.
I was talking about like if you want to split the difference and we just move them both to 5 because they're so good.
Okay.
And they're both
and
really
these
good
were 3, right? Yeah. Let's go to. Gosh, we have 4 all dressed, don't we? I already asked.
We got to do a ketchup.
Let's do one of the ketchup.
Let me do the regular ketchup.
Yeah.
Before we do extra ketchup.
This is just Old Dutch ketchup chips. I love ketchup. I love ketchup chips.
They smell good. They smell a little ketchupy.
Yeah, they smell tangy.
I have a feeling, using past behavior to predict future behavior, I have a feeling that these are going to be a little bit more on the potato-y side, but I would like to be wrong.
You're not wrong. Very potato-y.
Old Dutch respects the potato and potato chip.
They do. I mean, even this, which is very seasoned, you would think it's not going to be very potato-y, but
I feel like they're more seasoned than the all dressed, though. Surprisingly,
yeah, they are. Well, the ketchup is just, I think, a stronger flavor too, which helps. I mean, who's going to complain about the flavor of ketchup is mixing with the flavor of potato?
yeah, right.
A thing that we have in Canada, I don't know if you guys have this yet, it's called French fries. So, French culture is very integrated
Right.
with Canada. So we eat a lot of French fries. We've got a lot of
French Canadian fries, you mean?
French Canadian fries, yeah. I mean, yeah, potatoes and ketchup, though. They go hand in hand. So I do wish... I mean, I've been munching a lot on the ketchup Cheetos that we reviewed. And those are phenomenal. I assume we put those in a 5, right?
I don't remember. I think we might have.
We had to have. I love ketchup too much. But these kind of, they're not hitting the same. They're not scratching the same itch. I just wish that if you're going for a strong flavor, dill pickle, salt and vinegar, ketchup, you're not afraid for that flavor to be strong. You're expecting it. You want it to be tangy, a lot of citric acid, vinegary, sweet, with the ketchup at least. And I feel like they could have done more. The flavor of the potatoes coming in a little bit too strong. It's still good. The flavor that's there, it's better than the all dressed, surprisingly. But I think it's still going to be a 3.
I agree. Because I was like, I like it more than the all dressed, but I don't like it as much as I wanted to like it, I guess.
The Lay's ketchup stays on top.
Lay's ketchup is...
Let's say this. So far, Old Dutch does a much better job of competing with Doritos than it does with competing with Lay's. You're going to come for the king, you better not miss.
It's true.
Let's move on to perhaps this guy, the last of the Ariba flavors, Ariba Extreme Blazing Buffalo. I'm excited.
I'm also excited because I want it to be extreme. I hope it is. It smells like corn chip.
Extreme. Intense flavor and amazing crunch. The way it should be. Save your intense. Oh.
Yeah?
I started speaking French for a moment. I didn't even realize. I read it like it's leet speak, dude. Save you are. So I said save your intense. My brain just skipped over the fact that there's no space between save and your. Save your intense. Etonnement. That's when I was like, what's happening here? Crostilantes. Come se doit. Come se doit.
All right, quit hogging the crustalantes. I want to get a picture of those bad boys.
Bulubukushe come se doit. All right. Let's see how extreme these are.
Oh, okay. There's
a kick.
yeah.
But the buffalo flavor is a little bit
Lacking.
more mild than I was expecting.
Yeah, it surprisingly just tastes
Which I
like
think,
heat and not really flavor.
yeah, and the buffalo flavor I think is pretty easy to get on a chip.
I do like the spice. But they really... Because the buffalo flavor that's there is good, but they needed to bring that out more.
They need more. Old Dutch. What are you
like that
doing?
kick, though.
We want more. You're right. It's not that the flavor's bad. It's just muted. What are you thinking? It's hard because the other two Aribas were like very solid, and this is like they got the spice right, but the rest of it, I mean, this is not giving Blazing Buffalo.
No. So I love spicy chips, as we all know. And so the spice factor makes me want to put it in 4. But as soon as that little bit of kick goes away, which it goes
There's
away
no
pretty
way
quick,
it's a 4.
well, yeah, because I was going to say, like, the flavor's just not there. So I feel
It's
like
not there.
I feel like it's almost like a 2, but the spice is keeping me from putting it in 2. And I
Agreed.
I want to put it in 3 because
I think it belongs in a 3 for the spice alone, but the buffalo flavor, I mean, they could have just put flaming, scorching hot. You know, sometimes when they just put words that don't mean anything or they're very redundant, like flaming heat, they could have just done that and people would be like, dude, it's exactly as advertised. What are you talking about? But the buffalo is very misleading. Let's move on to another one of the all dressed Old Dutch because we've got, looks like 2 left, so I want to sandwich them, I think. All dressed, ketchup, all dressed.
So you want to do the Ridgies or the kettle cooked?
I think we do the Ridgies because otherwise we're doing 2 Ridgies back to back. The Ridgies.
Fair enough.
Are you reading the French when you say that? Or is that what they're called?
That's what they're called.
Okay. Not super strong smell. Actually, I think the regular chips smelled stronger. This is just the ridged version of the all-dressed normal chip that we tried.
There looks to be more seasoning, so that's hopeful.
That's the benefit of ridges, ideally, but there's also more potato, so is there going to be more potato?
True.
Does anyone give a shit? That's a good. You guys listening along at home. That's a real good point. I'm wondering. All right. It's stronger.
There's a little more there, yeah. And the texture's nicer.
Potato flavor still strong. These definitely come closer to the Ruffles, the gold standard. Maybe that's what they're trying to emulate with these.
It's got that Old Dutch kind of like potato and oil aftertaste, though.
That's what Old Dutch was famous for. He's actually a farmer. He's a potato farmer. They called him Old Dutch.
And he loves oil.
Well,
Vegetable oil.
that's all they could eat during the war.
Yeah.
They just had the potatoes and the
chip
oil.
war.
Yeah, the chip war. Yeah, the war for seasoning and flavor.
Right.
They're pretty good though.
Definitely prefer them over the regular all dressed old Dutch. Hard to say.
The old dressed.
Old dressed all Dutch.
One of his nicknames, he was always very well dressed because he spent most of his money on clothing. He was trying to keep up appearances.
Right.
Many people didn't know that he was actually horrifically poor because he gave his potatoes away for so cheap.
True.
I think these are definitely an improvement on any of these, but I'm wondering. It's not a 5.
No.
It's either high 3 or low 4 for me. I'll let you be the deciding factor.
Let me get one more chip in. Yeah, I mean, I feel like if it needs this much deliberation, maybe it is just a high 3. Maybe it just doesn't.
Okay.
It doesn't really.
It would have stood out more. Maybe it's great though. I mean, it's the best 3 of the episode. They're on the right track, I think, with the ridges. It makes me more excited for the ketchup ridges. So these now, what separates these? This is Dutch Crunch.
Yeah.
So this is just kettle.
Yes.
Okay. Which sometimes a kettle makes all the difference.
It's kind of funny that you said that you wanted to sandwich them, and then we went from all dressed to all dressed because that means that Evan is going for a bread, and then the filling sandwich.
For that, I'm taking the big chip. If you're talking back, I'm taking the big orange guy. I'm taking the alpha chip from the package. Doesn't smell super strong.
Okay.
I like the texture a lot with the kettle.
There's also different flavor notes.
Not as oily, maybe.
Like you taste more vinegar and smokier.
Yeah, I think the last one where Russ sits in, this might be Yukon Gold. My palate's a little off, but
Yeah.
probably still accurate. Yeah, you're right. It's different.
These are better.
The kettle is much better.
These are nice.
I love a kettle. It reminds me more of the Zapp's Voodoo.
Oh, yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah. These have much more flavor.
Wait, what's French for all dressed?
Assassoni?
Assassoni. They taught me how to speak French in school, so yeah, I can pronounce this. So that's Assassoni. Assai. That's actually pronounced I.
Oh, okay.
So you lift
like
the I.
acai?
Assai soni. That's a French accent. So nobody get mad.
Yeah.
We're allowed to do their accent. These are pretty good. I think that these are just in between. So I think that they're definitely better. These are the 4
we've been looking for. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a true 4.
I'm a little bummed we didn't get more kettle from them.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't realize that the kettle was going to be that much better than, one score up. But I enjoy these a lot more than the other 2 iterations. Nicer texture, but also more flavor.
It's very much more flavorful. And the flavor that is there is not quite the same. It's better. That's probably, I think we got every iteration of Old Dutch all dressed. So that is conclusively, this is the best version of Old Dutch all dressed that you can buy.
You gotta get the kettle.
Gotta go with the kettle for the all dressed Old Dutch.
Finishing off the Old Dutch run, we got the Ridgie's Extra ketchup flavor.
I hope there's extra ketchup. I hope that they put a ketchup packet in the bag.
They are a lot more reddish purple.
Oh, wow. Yeah, these look, they already, okay. Take it easy, man. That's the craziest pinch I've ever done in my life. What happened there?
He knows.
Sometimes when you go in...
He's like a dog with a bone on his nose. Go ahead.
He's like a dog with a bone on his nose. He's like a dog with a bone on his nose?
You know what I mean? Like this?
This is like a cartoon where the
That's when you put a milk bone on a dog's nose, and then you're like, all right, you can't eat it till I tell you to. And he's like,
okay, what's that? No one's telling me what to eat. I'm eating this by myself. It's not a good comparison at all. You're like a dog, just rubbing his butt on the carpet. How's that feel?
you do it one time and you get called out for it.
Okay, I'm going in.
Whoa. Oh, wow.
Why is it like gingerbready?
There's cloves in ketchup.
Always? In every ketchup?
And like the good stuff. The clove is pretty strong on this one, though.
This is nice. Is it? Where did you find it on the ingredients?
Well,
Oh, you didn't find it.
there's spices.
Embarrassing.
But I've looked up recipes for ketchup before. Whoa!
It's strong. It's much stronger. Yeah, it's much stronger than the other ones. It's not just that it's Ridges. It's extreme. Wait.
What?
Is this ketchup in France? Savior? What is ketchup? Which one
ketchup
is ketchup? You joking. You're kidding.
Look for the little blurb in French. And see
Oh,
if it
you're
says
right.
Ketchup.
Oh, an extra is extra.
So saveur is flavor.
Okay.
These are good. I can't eat a lot of them, though. They're a little crazy.
I can. Very tangy. They're sweet. Oh, they're great. Very tomatoey. I mean, this is what I'm talking about, baby. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I like to see. I mean, look at that. Look how red that is. Mamma mia.
They definitely delivered on the extra.
That's what color my blood is. If you cut me, I bleed red and white
Chips.
for the Canadian flag.
Mm-hmm.
My white blood cells are in the red blood. This is not making any sense. Okay, here, you take these. I'm going to take one more pinch. These are terrific. What are you thinking? You said you can't eat a lot of them?
I feel like for me, they're at least a 4. I feel like for me,
Man,
I'm trying to find what I would do differently, though. I think it's just a lot. I think the ketchup flavor is a lot. And I do like ketchup chips, but I can't go to town on them the same way you can.
it just goes so well with the potato chip. Oh, it's so good.
But I can't stop eating them.
They're definitely a 5 for me. I mean, they're addicting. Why not?
I mean,
Canada needs all the support it can get. Me personally, being a Canada native, someone who's born and raised, they braise you. What? They braise you. They do at-home births in Canada where you're born into a tub of maple syrup. The bathtub they fill with maple syrup. You can breathe it. You can breathe it before they take your head out.
right.
These are 5.
Yeah, I was going to say, even if it's not necessarily my all-time favorite, I respect what they've done.
Yeah,
I like the flavor.
they're terrific, dude.
I had a good time eating it. I respect the extra.
Next up, this giant Costco-sized bag of Amos, friend of the show, 4D gummies. They're 3D plus delicious. That's what makes them 4D. They are gummy lucky fish, or poisson.
Poisson.
Oh, that's why French Goldine talks like that. Where she goes, pussy, 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 pussy.
Vous allez voir ce que vous allez voir. Pokémon Go! Poissy, 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 reine. Poissy, 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 poissy.
It's like the
I'll play the audio. You guys will think I'm just being insane. So this is made with real fruit juice. It looks like mango, and is that a peach? Yes. My thumb is covering peach and mango. Okay. Yeah, you want to crack these bad? I'm really excited for these.
looks like a big fishbowl almost.
I have not had anything from Amos that has disappointed me, and they were very friendly when I emailed them about the Snack of the Year episode, which is available on YouTube right now if you guys haven't watched it. It is definitely the most in-depth project we've done for the podcast, and it was a lot of work. It was a lot of fun.
It was.
And it's our just recap of the best snacks of 2024. So if you're curious, yeah, we eat over 500 snacks a year. We review over 10 snacks every single week. And it was the best of the best, in our opinion, as certified super tasters. Look at these. Wow.
They are so detailed.
They are very
The
detailed.
sculpt on these is crazy. The mold that they have for these goldfish.
Oh my god, that smells good.
They
That is real
smell-
fruit. That
they
is real
smell good.
fruit. Ooh. All
They
right,
smell
I'm gonna bite into
floral,
them.
but in a good way. I'm going the whole thing.
They are floral, like their lychee gummies were.
Good texture.
Speaking of lychee gummies, I know we... Ooh, those are tasty. So I think I had a mango, right?
I think
Peach
it's
mango.
peach and mango. Oh, wait.
There should be two, I think.
It's two different kinds?
Speaking of the lychee, because we reviewed technically the Walgreens like Nice brand of lychee peelers, and I said I'm pretty sure that Amos owns Nice brand. I'm almost positive now that they do, because when I was getting the picture for our snack of the month picks of the lychee gummies, and I used the Amos logo because it just looks better, the bag, I compared the bags. It is the same artwork on both bags. The piece of lychee is exactly the same. So I was like, yeah, I mean, they would not rip off their product and their packaging, surely.
Right.
So they're both
They're dual flavor.
they're both dual flavor. These are very nice. These feel like high quality gummies.
These are fun, yeah.
You had another one?
I did.
They're each 20 megs, dude. That's 20 milligrams.
Is this an upper or a downer?
45 minutes from now.
Is this in the couch or in the hospital?
Edibles are always in the hospital, dude. Hello? Hello, 911. How can we help you?
Am I dead?
Man, these are really nice.
I like these a lot.
What are you thinking?
I got a hard time keeping them from 5, to be honest.
I mean, they're perfect. This is as good as gummies get, I think. Well, if you don't count,
fun.
the peelers are, I think, more fun, obviously, because they're more involved.
And they taste better. This is like a
But
true
These taste so good.
gummy. It tastes like fruit, but it still tastes like candy. The gummy peelers, the mango peelers, taste like mango.
Dude, I'm glad we got such a big bag. I'm going to be sneaking these on the airplane. I'm going to be popping these on the flight, which, speaking of, I mean, we're already in Japan at this point if you're watching this, but we'll be gone in Japan from the 28th of April to the 15th of May. So no snack news in that period, but stay tuned for shorts on YouTube, on our Instagram, or on TikTok, wherever you like to watch your, reels. We're going to be posting, like, most likely Cone Beanie Store snack reviews while we're over there. Maybe some food reviews if we get some like really cool stuff, but kind of want to stick to snacks. That's our lane. That's our gimmick. Yeah, I'm comfortable putting these guys in 5.
Take that big old bag.
Another Amos W, and no, it's not just because they're a friend of the show, and I corresponded with them through email.
They are cool, but they make good candy.
They do make very good candy. And speaking of candy, well, at least speaking of sweets, we've got 2 Warhead sodas, and as well as our weird food, which is finally we got our hands on the Warheads pickle. So we've got Warheads sour black cherry soda
And blue raspberry soda. I got the 2 flavors that I was like, these were my favorite Warheads growing up. Even though I think these are going to be doo-doo, but we got them from the dollar store.
Yes. All right, cheers. I'm starting with the black cherry,
All
and
right.
then we'll swap. Ooh, that smells
Smells
great.
good. It smells fruity.
Yeah. Okay. All right, let me switch.
It's not as sour as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, not nearly as sour as it should be for a Warhead soda, which
I
is the thing
agree.
I was most looking forward to, is like a really sour soda.
Yeah, they taste like... They taste a
It's
little
okay.
sour.
It would be better in like a
Mostly fruity.
slushy or like an icy. The cherry flavor is really good on the black cherry. I like the blue ras flavor, but then it kind of dissipates pretty quickly,
Yeah.
and there's like maybe a little bit of an artificial aftertaste. It's fine, but especially because I don't really drink sodas that much, I would never go for something like this,
No.
knowing what it tastes like, because if I was going to waste calories on a soda, because, I'm trying to watch my sugar, except when I'm on vacation in Japan.
That's true.
This is past me, but future me will be not watching his sugar. I want something really, really good. And these, I mean, they're okay.
I think these are great for, like, I was gonna say kids, but kids shouldn't be drinking soda, I guess. So like for younger people,
I mean,
this is really fun.
kids shouldn't be drinking soda,
I
and they
don't
shouldn't
wanna
be watching TV either.
I was gonna say, I know you guys are gonna do it anyway.
Welcome to the real world.
It's good for kids.
It's
good for kids. It's good for you.
I'm feeling maybe a 3 on both of these.
Yeah, they're not my favorite, but I mean, I'd probably go to 2, honestly. But
I like the cherry flavor, maybe even more than the blue raz.
I can't tell which one I like more because I like blue raspberry typically more than like black cherry.
The
But
cherry has, with the sourness, has like a tartness, almost like when you eat pie cherries, which you're not supposed to because they're for pies. But sometimes I would because I'm a little sick freak. No, 2, surely not.
as far as sodas go, I mean,
I think they're okay. They're
They're
drinkable.
I mean, I guess we'll finish them. So
Let's put them in 3. Just wait till you had the pickle, okay? Just wait till
Yeah.
we get a little bit of a pickleback soda shot.
So this is the Warheads Extreme Sour Pickle. It doesn't say.
I used to pray for times like these.
It doesn't say like if it is like. I think it's just a sour pickle. It's not like a candy pickle. I hope.
I really hope it's not a sweet pickle. I can't stand sweet pickles.
I think it is a sweet pickle.
Uh-oh. Let me get a whiff. I think you're right. Ooh, that gave me chills. Okay,
And not in a good way.
you first, bucko. You know that's been on the dollar store shelf for the last 2 years.
Oh yeah, baby. Okay, here we go.
Weird food time, baby.
for you guys.
Trying to gauge the crunch versus mush. Okay, there's a crunch to it. Don't no spoilers, no spoilers. Here I go. My turn. Oh. That is not what I'm talking about. Aftertaste is quite bad.
Dude, I got the bite that I got too had stem in it, so it's like
This taste
I was eating.
aged.
I was eating the booty of the pickle, dude.
This taste of must and dust and
Yeah.
mildew.
I'm gonna drink the brine.
Eating the booty of the pickle's crazy. I won't be drinking the brine. I will take a little chaser though with one of the sodies.
This tastes unnatural.
The first bite, when you get of just a pickle, it's like, okay, this is a pickle, not bad. The aftertaste, when the sweetness and this is old. This must be old. I'm tasting something old. When the sweetness comes in, like the candy flavor. It's also, by the way, like the sodas. It's not like sour.
No,
It's just a pickle, so it just tastes pickled, but it doesn't taste like sour.
it's giving me like instant heartburn.
At least you could say for like the ranch ice cream. Yes, this is ranch ice cream. They did not hold back. But this is not a Warhead pickle.
No,
You could probably get a better Warhead pickle on the TikTok shop.
it tastes really vinegary and really salty.
What you guys missed while Gabe was perusing the bag was he's looking for an expiration date. Doesn't
Yeah.
look like he found one.
I did, but I don't believe it. It says October 10th, 2025.
I think that they drew a 5 over the 3.
Yeah,
And then just put it back
They
on the shelf.
repunched it. Yeah,
Well, that's putrid. We don't have to rate that.
yeah. I'm not.
How's the juice? How's the pickle juice?
It tastes like the pickle.
I like you're like, it gave me instant heartburn. You just drank vinegar, my dude.
vinegar and all of the world's preservatives.
The preservatives holding back the mildew.
Yeah, the bacteria.
Medicine!
Yeah. Okay, well, sometimes the aftertaste is
Yeah,
my mouth is coated with a film of roadside oil when you see the pavement is glistening with iridescent
blue and pinks.
Oh, I need more dollar store Zodi Pops.
It
All
did
right,
make
guys.
that tastes a lot better.
That's gonna be the podcast,
Please
everybody.
don't.
What?
Please
It's the
don't.
film. I told you about the film. That was the oil, excuse me. That pickle was putrid. Really recommend checking out the Ariba's Old Dutch line, especially the Zesty Taco. Wait, what are they? Zesty Taco and Nacho?
Nacho cheese. Yeah,
Nacho cheese. And the ketchup Old Dutch. Ridgie's, the extra ketchup.
The extra ketchup.
Wow. And the kettle version of the all dressed Old Dutch is the best version of Old Dutch all dressed. So, I mean, empirically. We put it to the test.
It's true.
This has been a great podcast, guys. You've been listening to the Super Tasters podcast. I just want to say a quick shout out and thank you to our Patreon supporters on patreon.com/Super Tasters podcast. Thank you to our patrons, KG Mod. Thank you to Lesbrit, Clearly Awesome. Thank you to Tape Master. Thank you to Unicycler. Thank you to Rose. Thank you to Lisa. Thank you to Yarbs, and thank you to the Pickler. We really appreciate you guys and your support. It's $5 a month. If you want to support us, it's the only tier, and you'll get access to behind-the-scenes exclusive content like this episode early, and also behind-the-scenes pictures and B-roll. I've been your host, Evan.
And I've been your host, Gabe.
And again, this has been the Super Tasters podcast. And guys, as always, remember to buy Canadian goods. Except for the Warheads pickle. Yucky! Hakatua! Does Canada have like a Canadian Hakatua? Maybe like Celine Dion?
Haktua.
Celine Dion? You missed it. You could have had a great experience of laughing at that.
No,
End episode.